All right, I had a viewer wanted me to talk more about finances, and I love finances, so I say I'm down. I'm down. I want to talk more about finances anyway. So I love finances, and I'm gonna leave that for the end of the stream. So this is pretty much we're done. All right. So I want to talk a bit about finances. Have you guys seen a couple of my videos? Um, I believe all men need to invest. All men need to invest. We to build up financial your to build up to be your financial best, investing is so important. So boom, right? I I make I can tell you this, right? My yearly earnings is about a little over 40K a year. 40K a year, that's nothing. Right? That is nothing. 40K a year is nothing. Because the average for men is about 50. But earning 40K and having a 6-figure net worth, that's the shit I'm saying. And I have a bit over this, right? Almost 40. Close to 40. I mean, close to 400. And this is what I'm saying. It is important to invest. So, on today, right? I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Today is, October 20th, right? Monday, right? So, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's decent, right? The salary's decent. I'm not saying that I'm, dirt poor, but 40K is, paycheck to paycheck. But thanks to investing, thanks to saving, thanks to budgeting, I do not live paycheck to paycheck. So, the people who say 100K isn't enough are stupid people. They are stupid people. Silver is great. Yeah, silver is doing great. I mean, precious metals, they're great. But, so what I do is I invest into companies that may do stuff like that. So, what I want to show you guys is that please invest. So, things that, I invest in: Palantir, a AI company, right? Robinhood, a brokerage, a stock buying company. SoFi, a bank company. Facebook, Celsius, a drink company. Ooh, I mean, I'm making money on Celsius. Shopify, a pretty much a consumer company. Amazon, another consumer company. These are companies that I have. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Talking about some moves, the moves I'm making on October 20th. These are the moves I'm making. I think it's important. And if you guys ever have questions about investing, please ask. I'm always down for it. So how do I pick what to invest? Let me say this. I'm no one special, right? I'm no one special. So what do I pick to invest? One, YouTube. YouTube is my friend. YouTube is my best friend. What I see is that I look at other YouTubers, right? I let them do my research, right? I let other YouTubers do my research. So let's say, okay, here. This is a risky company. Do not invest in this. This is what I'm doing. Do not copy me because this is risky. You could lose your money. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is very uneducated, right? This part right here. This part is very uneducated. So I have a YouTuber who's just talking about, oh, you know what? This is a stock that I'm investing in. I look at if the YouTuber if he's investing in himself, if he's putting money into it, trust it a little bit. And I look at what type of company it is. This is an AI company, right? AI is big. AI is popular right now. So I look at that fact, right? I look at that fact. I look at their chart, right? This is the the stock chart. How is it going? So it looks like it's doing okay. This is basically a penny stock, okay? I'm just saying that this is like I'm doing something very risky, but I use it where, you know what, this YouTuber talked about it. He talked about what kind of company is, what's its earning, what's its future like. So I make a judgment like, you know what? Sounds interesting. I also look at one of the things that I look at this market cap, right? This is how much the company is worth. So in my mind, this company is worth about 2 million. So it's worth about 2 million. So in my mind, is this company, I think that this company has potential to double. Like, let's say it's 2 million. Could it get to 4 million? Yeah. It's not, I don't think it's that crazy for a company to get to 4 million. So in my mind, I listen to the YouTubers, I listen to whatever, and I think like, you know what? Okay, there's room for this company to grow. There's room for this company to grow. It has a history of growing, right? It has a history of growing. You know, analysts say it's a good buy. So I look at a bunch of things, and what I do sometimes, like I said, I'm seeing what other people might be investing in. I try to catch things beforehand. Okay, here's another one. Right, here's another one. This right here is Target. Target. This is something that I'm actively buying. Target. This is so for bigger companies, I don't need anyone to talk to me about it, right? So bigger companies, I don't need people to tell me if I should buy it or not. I decided myself. So for me, I know Target is a giant. Target is a leader in the industry, right? And it's down. So in my mind, I'm viewing this is a big company and it's at a discount, right? And it's like Target is suffering from China thing because the products and shit like that. China's affected by shit that's happening in China. The imports and exports. It's affecting and prices are higher now. So I figured, you know what? It is at a discount. It's a strong company. This is a strong company. It's down right now. I think let's see. Yeah. Year to date, it's down 30%. 30%. Okay? So in my mind, do I think that is this going to go bankrupt? No. Target is not going to go bankrupt in my lifetime. So, for me, I think about the future, right? What's going to happen to Target in 3 to 5 years? I think Target is going to go up. I think Target is going to go up. I think it's going to go back to its 30%. So this is why I'm slowly buying. That's my personal thing. Okay. I think this is a strong company. It is at a discount. And I think it has a good future. It has a good long future to grow. So that is why I'm investing. That's the thing where, I get it. Buying pet supplies, that's interesting. But there's no, what is it? I think I was buying that for a little bit, but I don't think it's good enough margins, right? It's not good enough. Yeah, I don't. Petco, right? Yeah, I don't. I don't think it's Oh, Chewy. No, Chewy is good. I think Chewy. See, for me, right? When I look at stocks, they're not at a discount. Okay, so for me, like in the last year, it's up 30%. 30%. So for me, it's not worth it, right? That's why I think about it. So if it was like down 30%, it might be a worth buy for me. I'm looking about what's my bang for my buck, right? I want to gain that 30%. So if I had invested in, 2024, then yeah, it's a good thing, right? It's a good investment. For me, I feel now that it's up 30%. I find it not a good enough risk reward kind of thing for me. That's why I put money into companies like, let's say, Target. No, yeah, again, yes, exactly. Buy low so you can sell high. That's the thing. So let's say this, right? There is another company, Nike, right? I feel that right now Nike is at it's at a decent low, right? 70%, 7% down, you know. Yeah. For the year, it's about 18% down. 18% down. Okay. So for me, I'm slowly buying Nike. And I've been buying a lot of Nike. I believe in 3 to 5 years, it will go past the 18% down, and it will this is in my opinion, I'm looking at maybe 50%, right? That's what I'm thinking about. 50 to 100% with Nike. That's how I see it. So this is my point of view where I go about, this is how I think about stocks, okay? If it's worth the risk, if I would gain a reward from it, would I gain the 30%, the 50%, the 100% in these stocks? So that's where I go about it. So these are two companies that I'm heavily buying in, right? At least good, well-known companies. S-Bots, I don't know what company I would buy for that, so I don't really know. But yes, again, I'm not telling you guys what to buy. I'm telling you guys to buy. Really? Uh, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, but here's another thing, right? Here's another thing where I think about this: the price of a stock, right? So at we gotta think about this, okay? Why it's hard to buy, let's say the Targets and the Nikes. Why I don't buy too many companies like that? It is hard to gain enough shares. So here's Church and Dwight, okay? It's at almost $90 a share. So to gain, again, it's not about it's not about what else you could do for them, because like, again, I can't buy that many shares at almost $100. It's hard, right? I'm not a rich man, right? I'm not going to be able to sink 10, 20, 30,000 into this stock. Okay? So it is hard. So why even my Target or my Nike, they're around 10k, 10k a position. It's not that high, it's not that big of a position. Okay? So I try to hopefully get a stock where I can buy a lot of shares in. So now, if like, let's say if Church and Dwight was like $50, boom, I'll be buying that shit, right? I would be buying that, because then I could buy a lot more. So at $100, even though they're 15% down, yearly, still it's not good enough for me, right? It's not good enough a risk or reward for me. Okay, I wouldn't make enough for me to be even caring about that. Why I do the Nike and the Target is that, I try to at least not go too risky sometimes. So that's my thing. No, I mean, yeah, they could go up, but my thing is that, again, you have to think about how much you could put into it. So at almost $90 a share, you're going to have to put a lot more money. So let's say another company where, so remember, this is like $90 a share. Okay. Look at this company I bought. This is SoFi. This is a banking company, right? A banking stock. I bought this company at $6. $6, right? I bought this company at 6. I was able to get 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares. Okay? At $6. Imagine that. So imagine how many shares I could get when it's $90. I wouldn't be able to come close to 2,000 shares. I wouldn't. And because this is why the risk and reward, right? So you look at this, right? I put in 13,000. 13,000. Okay? Let's see. I put in 13,000. I got over 50. 13,000 got me 50. So the Church and Dwight, let's see, let's do some math. What will be 13,000? 13,000 in Church and Dwight, I would only get 150 shares. You know, it's not like it's not that great. It's not that amazing for me, right? It's not like an amazing thing for me. Like only buying like you gotta weigh the your options. Buying 150 shares of something or buying 2,000 shares of something. That's where my and everything, all these things you have to think about. So stocks is, please take your time to learn these things, right? So the first stock I ever bought was Disney. First stock I bought was Disney. So this is the thing where you just dip into it and start learning. That's the important thing. I mean, yeah. I mean, like again, choose one stock, right? My two highly expensive stocks is like Nike and Target. But I just don't do like a whole portfolio of it because then I don't have enough money. That's the problem. Yo, take it. I mean, like I'm glad you are, because it is important to learn to invest. That is the thing where, because you can look at this, right? Here's the proof in the pudding. Right? All time, I'm up right there. Okay? All time, I'm up 174%. Okay? I started look at this, right? All the money I put into it, 127. That's a lot. But that's also include like dividends, which you should learn about. Dividends, selling some stocks, and then buying other stocks. So yeah, 127 to almost 350. You know? So I just wanted to introduce you guys to stocks. If you guys haven't dipped your toe in, please dip your toe into it. Now, I will say this, right? Amazon, goodbye. Amazon is, if you want to start, buy big companies, buy the bigger companies, just so you get the feel of it. Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google. You can't go wrong with those. You cannot go wrong with those companies. I have some of these companies in my portfolio, right? It stabilized my portfolio, so I can buy the more riskier stocks, right? I have the bigger stocks, right? That I don't need to worry about. I don't have to, I'm not stressed about. And then I gamble a little bit, right? I kind of gamble. I kind of play the thing where Nvidia is a good company, 100%. But for me, right? Nvidia is up like 30%. I mean, it's still a good company to buy, right? If you want to buy it, this is a company to buy and hold. This is a company to buy and hold, right? So Nvidia is a company you pass down to your kids. That's the thing, right? Facebook, Google, Amazon, all this shit that I would have, those are companies I'll pass down to my kids, because those are companies that will be lifelong, will be generational, right? But again, am I desiring this? Not really, right? Because it's up 30%, in the past year. It's doing well, right? So if you buy the bigger companies, why I tell you to buy is that you buy and hold. You do not sell. You don't sell, right? You hold these companies for 5, 10, 20 years, right? These are companies you hold for life. No, I don't look at private equity because I don't have opportunity for it, but it's just no, because I don't have the opportunity, right? I don't have the opportunity for private equity. Um Plus you need a lot more capital, right? Private equity, you need a lot more capital. But do we have 20K to just like drop down? I don't have 20K to just drop down. Plus, it's a risk, right? It's a risk. It's a risk. A biotech company? Is that what you bought? Yeah, I wouldn't buy biotech. They're very risky. Biotech is risky because they are dependent on a drug, right? They're dependent on a drug if it passes regulations and if it works. Biotech, yeah, they're iffy. I would not touch biotech. I would do right now hot as AI companies. AI companies are pretty hot right now. AI companies, energy companies, what else? What else? You know, um, AI, energy, and metals, right? Precious metals. Precious metals are big right now. Energy, precious metals, AI. Those are big right now. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you can find it. So, again, I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I'm not telling you guys to do it because this is my thing. Right? It's risky. So, these are companies that I'm personally buying right now. UiPath, it's an AI company. It's a risky company, but I'm taking a bit of risk, right? I'm taking a bit of risk. Um, so this is one company that I'm taking a risk on. And there's a bunch of companies, a bunch of other companies I'm taking a risk on, right? Uh, USAR, that's a precious metal, right? Precious metal company. So it's a mining company. So I'm, taking a risk on that. This is an AI company as well. This is a robotics, an AI company. This is an AI company. Uh, Poet is Poet is an AI company as well. So I'm playing the AI field, right? I'm playing the AI field. So, that is the thing. Right? So I just wanted to show you guys my portfolio, things I'm buying, and talk a bit about, quantum. Now, quantum is risky, right? Quantum is risky because it's definitely not but it is very big, right? I would say this. If you buy quantum, it is gambling, right? So the companies I was buying, right? The companies that I showed you I was saying I'm buying, I will put that under risk, right? Because still it's untested, right? Still it's untested. It's not popular, or it's not. Look, right? You see this right here? You gotta look at that price to earning ratio, negative. So it's not making money; it's losing money. So please learn that price to earning ratio is how much it puts out and how much how much it takes in, or how much it's losing. So, like the company you said, it is losing money, but it's growing quickly. Right? It's growing quickly. You can see that. That's look at that. That is insane. A 2,000, right? 2,000%. 2,000%. That is like, if you're buying this now, it is mad risky. If you bought this when it was $1, still gambling, but right there, that's when you made your money. And that's the amazingness of stocks, right? That's the amazingness of stocks. Imagine if you put 13,000, 13,000, $1. Imagine that shit. You would have over, like, seriously. Let me see. How many? Okay, if you had bought, right, put 13,000, right, 13,000 when it was $1, right, when it was $1, October 24th, right, October 24th, $1, right, 13. If you put 13,000 when it was $1 on October 24th, right, that would be about 13,000 shares. Right now, right, you would have almost 500,000. That is stocks. Stocks is crazy. Stocks is amazing. I love stocks. I love stocks. Okay. So imagine that thing, right? Imagine that. If you had put, if you had put, right, 10K, right? And October 24th, you will have almost $350,000. Bro, you would turn $10,000 in about a year's time, right? You turn $10,000, right? In a year's time to over 6 figures. Stocks is insane. Stocks is insane. I love stocks. I'd rather buy a stock than buy a fucking house. I'm sorry. I'd rather put money in a stock than buy a fucking property, or at least an investment property, right? If you're buying a house for yourself, that's good. But I'd rather buy stocks than buy an investment property. Because what kind of shit can you do that? What kind of house? What? At least not today, right? At least not today. What kind of house could you put 10K in? 10K and get fucking 6 figures in? Nothing. There's no house you could do that with unless even if you build it yourself, the cost wouldn't be 10K. Stocks is amazing. Okay. But let's say this, for this, buying the stock now is mad risky, right? It's already up 2,000%. 2,000%. Do you think it's going to get another 100%? I don't know. Right? Particularly right now. So if you buy the stock, you put this under risky. You put this under gambling, right? This stock will be put under gambling. So I have some stocks that I put under gambling stocks where who knows if I will make money out of it, right? Who knows? But sometimes it will be worth the gamble, right? Sometimes it will be worth the gamble. So that's what we got to think about. No, I'm glad. Yo, bro, I'm glad. I want all my brothers to do well. Stocks will do it for you. If I was right next to you guys, I would push you guys to buy a fucking stock. Buy a stock. Buy a stock right now, right? Buy a good stock, right? Buy a big name stock just to get started, right? But then after you make some money, you can buy the riskier stuff. You can buy the riskier stuff. But yes, guys, please invest. Please invest. Please start learning about investing, right? If you guys have questions, bro, I'm down. I'm definitely down to talk about investing. So this is why I wanted to record this. This is why I wanted this to, hopefully be helpful to you, because this is my thing, right? This is what I'm doing. I'm personally putting money in it. So do not worry that, he's just saying shit to say shit. No, because this is a journey we go together. I'm not telling you something for just my own benefit, right? So yeah, what do you guys think? If you guys have questions, right? Specific questions, please ask it. And I'll probably make a video on it, right? Helps me know where I should make videos and what I should go about. So, ask me any questions you guys want to ask and I'm down to talk to it. Right? So, my positions, a lot of positions, some risky ones, some crazy ones. I just bought this one today. Okay, this is risky. I put this under my risky stocks, right? My risky stocks. It's a lithium company, right? They make lithium batteries. So, I put only like $300 in it. So it's just risky. I'm seeing where it goes, right? So that's what I'm doing. Just playing around with certain things. All right. What do you guys think? Like I said, if you guys have questions, I'm down to answer. I'm down to make a video on it. So I'm going to try to do this more often to give you updates on my portfolio, updates on my journey. So, that's the thing. Robots need battery, right? Exactly. That's why I want to put a bit of money in it. Again, look at the landscape. Look at the landscape of our economy, of our nation, and see where money is needed, right? Where you see that there's a boom in. Again, right? Don't stop thinking about people making money off of you. Make money off of them. Make money off of them.